know that your master is continuously telling you to hold on to Baba's
Correct.
Daman.
So
Understood?
so I understand what you're saying. It is the context and the content.
Correct. Both.
The content provides us the right direction and path, which you
Correct.
already said, and it's been recorded. And therefore, it is not only the context but also the content which tells us surrender to Baba, hold on to Baba's Daman.
Yes, and the intent.
And the
And the
intent
intent
that
behind it.
honestly and genuinely the
Yeah.
intent is to
Yes.
progress spiritually.
Progress. Correct.
Now, what is the flip side of it? How the Crusaders' journey is also supplemented, supported, and helped by the leader, that is the God and Guru. What you do exactly? Because we fail, it's like a small child. We don't want to walk, but we drop, we fall down, and then we get up, and then we walk again. We fall down. So basically, it's the leader who's supervising my baby steps is very, very important. So can you speak a little bit about the leader's role, which is basically your role in our spiritual crusade? What you do and how do you handle us?
See, look, the leader's role is very simple. It comes very much from the word called lead. Correct. The leader will lead. The leader will guide. The leader has the knowledge. The leader has the expertise, which he will download. Now, what the leader downloads and how much you want to grasp with attention, being attentive, and making use of it is purely up to the individual soul.
Correct.
Understood? What more can be there? Your leader tells you, your nation's leader tells you so many things. Some you believe, some you don't. Some you say this leader is no good for me, right? So you shift your leader, but you can't shift your leader
In the
on the
spiritual
spiritual path.
Correct. So my question was not only that you lead and show us the path, but I'm talking about when we fall, how do you inspire, motivate, and also almost like physically and mentally help us to be in the path again, back in the track again?
Yeah, that is where you get to a stage where you slowly and steadily and slowly get on to that space of surrender.
And once we surrender, my question was that other part, how does the leader take charge of inspiring, motivating, and actually helping step
Yeah,
by step?
look, by the time you really get into the mode of surrendering, the leader has already the leader has done the job. Correct? If you did not have faith in the leader, you will fall apart much before the stage of surrendering.
Correct. So after we have surrendered and we all are not so advanced soul and therefore we fall and falter in our spiritual
Yes, so
path.
on your karmic cycle journey, you will go through a lot of ups and downs, right? You will go through the good and not the so good. Correct?
Correct.
And people say, our scriptures say, the more suffering means the more you're closer to being liberated from suffering. Right? That's only when, in the battle, in the battle, the strongest are always in the front who lead, right? Isn't it?
Correct.
Because when they are right in the front and they are able to uh, give that resistance to the opposite
And a good fight.
and a good fight, and when the rest of the soldiers or the rest of the crusaders, when they see, yes, my leader is leading very well, and he is fighting or she is fighting on that battlefield, being fearless, then the rest of the crusaders tell themselves, I have to live up to what my master has done. Isn't it? I can't fail my master.
Correct.
And then on that path or on that battlefield in that journey, yes, of course, there will be loss, there will be gain. But eventually you will keep to that spirit. You will keep to the spirit of going and giving your best.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
With a complete faith that my leader has shown me that path and I'm only going to do what my leader wants me to do.
So that's the role of the spiritual leader like you.
Yeah.
You lead from the front and inspire us.
You inspire, I inspire, and even if you fall, you again get up, right? Because the leader is telling you.
So that's the reason you did a lot of things like you washed the feet of the lepers, you did charities, so many so many events and the memories you have shown us,
Yes, and
so that
nothing
we
stops you from going and giving a good hand.
right, and
With any
that's
charity or wherever you think you want to get yourself engaged with.
so that's the leader's role. Through action, you inspire us to do similar things
Yes,
and progress spiritually.
correct.
Okay, so yeah, we'll keep it short, and maybe you can summarize then what the message is about the spiritual crusade and the role of both the leader and the followers.
So, on the spiritual path, when you have found your master and your guru, you want to live up to what your master has delivered, right?
Hmm.
Because he's the one who's actually giving you the safety net. First, first, the leader takes all the big blows on himself, right? So that the impact on you is less. And that's what the leader actually does. A spiritual master or leader first takes away a lot of your negativity. So he takes or she takes the big blow without you actually realizing. And whatever is left, the leader prepares you
To fight
to
yourself.
fight yourself. Faith and surrender. Isn't that true?
That's right. That's why I see many newcomers when they go to the samadhi, they have unusual experience of tears flowing from their eyes and getting overwhelmed and feeling lighter.
Correct.
So that is the first
Correct,
thing.
because the cleansing happens, right?
The healing and the cleansing
Yeah.
happens, and you take the major part of the karma,
Correct.
and the balance you leave that to us to individually
Absolutely.
fight and
Absolutely.
progress.
Yes.
But from time to time, do you also do your interventions when you see that the challenges are too much? And
All the time.
so all the Baba lovers, they go through some extra challenges. They go to lots and lots of challenges. But with the faith, they stay still calm and don't worry, be happy mood with a smiling face. But internally, there are a lot of challenges every Baba lover is facing. My question is, as a spiritual crusader leader, how do you take those also from time to time and give them a little bit of relief?
Look, when you are going to fight, you don't cut corners, right? Isn't that true?
Correct.
You can't go slack.
Correct.
You can't have people fighting on the battlefield who are not in that state of preparedness, right? Mentally and physically. Right?
Correct.
It's only when you are as strong as steel you will be able to take the blow.
Correct.
Right? Because you're only on one mission. So even if the leaders, other crusaders feel a bit low and dejected, I do my balming in my own way. Because eventually I'm preparing you for a great battlefield to overcome and win, to have a victory on a great battlefield. You will free yourself at the soul level from that cycle and become one with me to be a good spiritual worker. Again, back in body or in spirit, right? It's only when you're strong I will give you a next role to perform, isn't it?
So basically, you're saying that once you're prepared the Baba lovers to be hardened like a steel, then you really want them to fight in the battlefield and not to, you don't come and rescue them from time to time. You have prepared and you want them to fight.
Yeah, we
Their
go
own
back
battle.
to the story of chiseling.
Yes. So you keep chiseling.
You chisel, the master is chiseling, it hurts, right? But if you are able to endure, you say, okay, no problem, master. Because you have a picture of what I will look like at the end of the day when you've complete chiseling me. I don't know, right?
So that is the crusade.
That's the
We are
crusade.
carrying the cross
Yeah,
of our own karma,
correct.
and that is chiseling.
Absolutely.
And
you tell me, if you don't chisel,
how do you become beautiful
yeah.
artifacts?
Correct.
Okay, so that answers the question. So that will give some comfort to all the challenges that most of the Baba lovers face.
Yes, don't worry.
That-
Baba is with you all the time. He's chiseling you as a piece of marble to one day become a beautiful, flawless work of art, a spiritual work of art for Baba, a beautiful statue,
So we
which is the
become.
most beautiful and pure at the soul level. Physical body is going to fall apart, right? Someday. But what I'm doing is chiseling your soul. I'm constantly beautifying your soul, isn't it?
Correct.
Birth after birth after birth.
Correct. Making us a super beautiful human soul.
A good soul, yes.
Thank you very much, Baba.
Baba loves you all. Stay happy, cheerful. Hold on to my daman, and Baba will make you good. Baba will continuously reboot your energies, and make you a good crusader, spiritual crusader.
Thank you, Baba. Avatar Meher Baba
Baba
ki
ki jai.
jai.